The handguns and the AK-47 and the whole chase, they say you were going to do a hit.
Yeah.
You were going to take out the witness from the previous robbery.
Yeah, just
Was that true?
yeah. I mean, being, I call it being delusional, man. Just outside of your mind, like you got to take culture into context. Where you think of like the no snitching culture, the culture of if something happened to you, I'll kill you. You know what I'm saying? And I can only phrase it best in a way, and I hear Charlemagne say it all the time. Hurt people hurt people. And
Right.
so when you mad at yourself and you mad at the world, that's how you view people. You view people the way you see yourself, and you approach people the way you see yourself. And that's really what was going on with me. Like I was like, yo, I'm gonna kill these people
Because they came when they reported in this.
because I'm living this
Right.
fictitious gangster life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You really believe in your head that you this gangster, and next thing you know, you start making silly choices.
Did you ever speak with the witnesses after that?
Nah, I wish I could. I hope they see this interview. You know what I'm saying? And I wish I could apologize to them for, being a part of my ignorance. This is just, a youthful phase and just some irresponsible decision making on my behalf. But, this is just in the path of me finding myself. I've caused destruction on some people. And I'll say this: those are just notable people. But there's also been other people who I've committed crimes against, or even if it's giving somebody some drugs that they smoking, drinking, whatever they may be doing, or even perpetrating like this, like that shit cool. And that's really not what it is, or really what I don't want to represent, or how I want to be viewed for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And even, like, I don't want them to be like, this dude around here parading around America because he was, because he robbed us. It's really not my message, and when I look back on that shit, it's not, you just accept it for what it is, but it's not the coolest shit that you want to be known for. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Your bail was increased to $1 million,
Yeah.
$1.1 million. I guess that's both
Yeah,
charges.
it was $5 million, but it was she revoked the first million. She revoked.
Oh, it was increased to $5 million.
$5 million. I couldn't pay 10% of $1 million at that time,
Right.
so it wasn't like I was getting out anytime soon.
So you stayed in jail,
Mhm.
and then you had to fight it from inside.
Yes.
What were you thinking while you were inside? How did that feel to
No,
you? How did everything now hit you now?
No, it wasn't. It really wasn't no fighting because I knew I was guilty. You know what I'm saying? And for anybody who's ever been through something for real, and there's a lot of people who understand this. Sometimes when you get caught, there's a sense of relief because there's no more self-destruction. You know what I'm saying? And so when I got caught, I was actually relieved that I had a chance to basically just stop everything I was doing. And so what ended up happening was I went down to the county jail. They placed me in a holding facility or holding cell. 23 hours out the day, I'm locked up, isolation. 20 minutes ago, work out. 20 minutes ago, use the phone. Another 20 minutes, basically.
This is after your sentence.
Yeah, no, this is in the process before you get sentenced. You're in the county jail.
And you still locked down for?
Still locked 23 hours out the day. So
is that because you're?
Yeah. So anybody who has like a high profile case,
right.
So if you have like a high profile case of any sort, they separate you, right? And basically, I get separated because I'm Maurice Clarett. You're separated on the third floor.
Right.
And you're on the floor, so you're literally isolated all day long by yourself. And so throughout that process, you just starting to ask yourself, like, how you go from NFL, college, and so many platforms to change your life, and how do you end up to where a place that more guys from your neighborhood ended? How did you get there? And I really couldn't figure it out. And any platform I get in my life, I always promote this book because it changed my life. I got a guy from a federal prison gave me a book called As a Man Thinketh. It was a book that impacted my thinking. And the first way it got me was that it was the first time I ever heard that thoughts were things, right? Whatever you think about, you create. Until thought is linked with purpose, nothing intelligent shall ever happen. And nothing changes but circumstance and opportunity. The character of a man should be revealed up under every circumstance. When I started reading this stuff, I just started to realize, like, how I basically created my reality from calling myself a gangster. And so my outlook on life was that of a gangster. And I was like, yo, you kind of like thought your way into the situation. You've created all the circumstances that gangsters create. And that's what really happened.